Good morning. Happy Monday. It's a new week. Hello, it's Zoe here for another live lockdown challenge. I think we're coming up on a month almost, which is pretty impressive, and I'm really enjoying this. I hope you are too. If you are enjoying these live practices, please make sure you give this video a like so that I know, so that I can keep going with these for as long as possible. I know I feel like it's helping a lot of us have something special to look forward to during this time, which is really nice. Now, I don't know if you saw, but over the weekend, I posted the schedule of what we're gonna be doing this week. And I did a little poll to see, do you guys like to have a surprise, or do you like to know what's coming? And it was like 90% of you want to know what the workouts and yoga practices we're gonna be doing are. So every weekend, make sure you give a little check in either the Facebook groups or in our Facebook story to see the plans for the week. This week, let's just go over it quick so you know what to expect. Today, we are doing peak pose. And what peak pose means is we pick a pose and then the whole flow leading up to it is getting us ready for that peak pose. And today's peak pose is pigeon. Don't worry, I have a lot of variations that I'm going to be sharing with you to make that pose more accessible and easier and more comfortable and also more challenging for those of you who are used to doing pigeon and want a little bit more. So that's what we're going to be working up to today. Then on Wednesday, we're gonna be doing a core workout with a pillow, just a normal pillow, like a couch pillow that you have around the house. And then on Friday, we're doing the 300 rep booty challenge where we're gonna go straight for 300 reps. And that one's gonna be really fun. So I have posted the schedule in the Facebook groups and in the stories, so make sure you keep an eye on that. And then before we get going, I just wanna mention that I do have the free Ultimate Yoga Kickstart Kit at the link around this video today. So make sure you tap that link to get 4 weeks of free restorative yoga that you can do right from the comfort of your own space. And that is all about dealing with stress, managing anxiety, while helping us to increase our flexibility and improve our posture. So that's a great one if you're just looking to chill out and relax a little bit. Now, let's go ahead and get started. I've got a nice yoga playlist for us. The playlist is from the YouTube channel Meditative Mind. That's the one we're going to be listening. It's cool. It's like drums, it's groovy. Now we're gonna go ahead and get started. As I said, you don't need anything nearby for today. We're just gonna start standing at the top of our mat. If your comments are in the way, swipe to the right and that'll move them out of the way so you got a beautiful, clear screen. So standing up nice and tall, let's have our feet at hip width distance apart to start. Bring your hands onto your hips and try some hula hoop movements. Circling the hips around. Ooh, it's 9 o'clock on the dot. We are starting on time today. Starting the week off right. Circle the other way. So you're just simply pushing your hips back, over to one side, forward, and over, like a big hula hoop. Awesome. Come all the way back up to center. Inhale, stretch the arms high, connect the palms overhead. Exhale and swan dive, folding forward over the legs. 3 times, we're gonna inhale, bring the hands to the shins, lengthen the spine, shoulders drawing back and down, core in tight. Exhale, forward fold. Try this 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. From there, bring the hands to the mat, step back to a plank pose. Holding and breathing here for a few counts. So rather than letting that beautiful bum stick up in the air, tuck it under, pull the core muscles in, and be in a straight line from the top of the head all the way down to the heels. Big breath in gets us ready. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, pointing the toes behind us, pressing the hands into the mat, hugging the elbows in. 3 little baby cobras. Inhale to lift off. Exhale, come on down. Nice and small and controlled. Lift off. And lower. Last one. Push up to the knees, back to a child's pose. Chill for a few breaths in your child's pose, letting the hips sink all the way back to the heels, stretching the arms forward and getting that nice opening all the way through the back. Start to pay attention to your breath now and set the nice deep breath that you're going to carry with you through the rest of your practice. Come all the way up to all fours. Adjust the hands so they're under the shoulders, the knees so they're under the hips, cat-cow. Inhale, soften the belly, pull the chest through. Exhale, curl and round through the spine, chin to the chest. Twice more. Last one. Come to a neutral spine, curl the toes under, lift the hips nice and high for downward facing dog. First one, pedal out the feet. Next breath in, step, hop, or walk up between the hands with a nice long spine. Breathe out and bow forward. Inhale, circle the arms out and up, rising all the way up to stand. Exhale the hands down through heart center. Nice, let's flow again, little change. Inhale, circle the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in to lengthen the spine. Breathe out to fold forward. Bend the knees, keep breathing. Bring the hands to the mat, and we're just gonna step our left foot nice and far back into a lunge. From there, we're gonna bring our hands up the right thigh, getting our balance and lifting into a nice, strong power lunge. Now keep your hands on your thigh for a moment. Press your hands into your thigh and draw your shoulders back over your hips. Really, really important here that we're not just letting the hips poke out behind us. Think about your tailbone and try and point the tailbone down towards the floor. So you're squeezing through that left butt cheek and feeling the opening at the front of the hip. Pigeon pose, we often just think about the under and outer side of the glutes, but we forget that pigeon pose takes a lot of flexibility in the front of the hip as well. So if you're somebody who, when you come into pigeon, your hips don't go down very far, this can make a big difference. Reach your left arm nice and high. Starting that Ujjayi breath if we haven't already. And take a little lean over to the right, just small. You feel that? It might climb all the way up into your obliques. Keep your shoulders relaxed. From there, reach that left arm forward and bring the hand all the way down to the mat. Stretch the right arm up high and twist. So you're reaching that right arm nice and high. Come back to center. Bend the left knee and step the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand. Connect the palms. Hands down through heart center. Take a breath. We're gonna set to do that same flow on our other side now. Inhale, stretch the arms high. You got it, no rush. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen as we breathe in. Fold as we breathe out. This time, we're gonna step that right foot nice and far back. Hands climb up the left leg. Take your time to get your balance. Eyes straight ahead, shoulders back and down. Check in with that pelvis. So rather than the hips poking out behind us, tilt the hips forward. Lunge into that front knee. That right butt cheek is squeezing, it's flexing to push the hips forward. Stretch the right arm up high. Stay in center for a bit. Right arm nice and high. Shoulders soft. Little side bend over to the left. Just small so we don't lose our balance. We're trying to deepen that opening through that entire right side. Come back to center. Right arm dives down and forward, connecting to the mat. Now try not to let your hips poke out to the left. Keep drawing the hips back. Send your left arm nice and high for our twist. Shoulders drawing down, chest opening up, strong, strong legs. Bring the hand all the way back to the mat. Bend that right knee, step the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale and fold. Rise all the way up to stand, connecting the palms. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Nice. We've gotten in to the front of the hips now. We're gonna try a little balance pose. Have your feet hip-width distance apart, standing nice and tall. Hands can be on hips. From there, we're gonna pick our left foot up and cross it just above the right knee. If you need to grab a hold of it, do that and place it just above the knee. It doesn't need to be up high. You're gonna bend into that right leg, taking a little squat, figure four, balance pose. Looks like this. And we're trying to encourage that left knee to open up as we sink the hips down. You may start to feel a little stretching sensation in that left leg. Rise all the way up, set the left foot down. Same thing on the other side. Right leg crosses up and over, the foot is flexed. Sinking nice and low with the knee opening. And another thing, we want to make sure the hips haven't twisted. They're still square, back behind us. Shoulders relaxed. I keep saying shoulders relaxed today. I'm talking to my mom. Every mom out there gets tense in the shoulders. Relax those shoulders down, sink the hips nice and low. Take 2 more deep breaths right here. Challenge the depth in that supporting leg. You got it, nice job. Rise all the way up, standing nice and tall at the top of our mat. We're gonna keep working into these hamstrings before we get into the hips. So stand tall at the top of the mat with the big toes nice and close together. From there, what we're gonna do is step one foot out towards the back of the mat. It doesn't really matter which one. I just want you to still be able to see me. So make sure you can see your screen. We're gonna start to get into the hamstrings and inner thighs. First with a little side lunge. So turn the left toes slightly out and just lunge over to the left side. Keep your right leg straight and press the outer edge of that right foot down into the mat. Come up to center. Turn the left toes in, right toes out slightly. Side lunge to the other side. Just shift side to side a few times. Remember, only one leg is bending at a time. The other one is nice and straight. You gotta make sure that we're warm before we get into pigeon. That's why these nice heating poses. are great to get us nice and safe. And we're targeting the muscles that need to be nice and lengthened once we get into the pose. Come all the way up to center. Turn your toes slightly in towards one another. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, stand super tall. Press the hips forward. Exhale and fold over the legs. Hands coming down to the floor. If you can't reach the floor, take your feet wider apart. Feet wider apart is actually easier than feet closer together. So choose your sweet spot, then just fold over the legs. Hands can stay on the floor or reach for the outer side of the leg somewhere. Keep breathing nice and deep. Stay where you are and try, rather than letting the hips be way back behind you, rock some more weight into the balls of the feet and toes. Last deep breath right here. Bring your hands to your hips, lengthen your spine, rise all the way up. Turn towards the front of your mat and step the feet up. Flowing into one more movement before we get into our pigeon. Inhale, stretch the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, fold. Hands to the mat. Inhale to plank, no rush. Exhale, chaturanga, come on down. Cobra or upward facing dog, whatever you're in the mood for. Exhale, press back or curl back into downward facing dog. From there, bring your big toes close together. Lift your left leg up nice and high. And turn your hips so they open to that left wall, bending the knee. So you're still pressing your chest towards your thigh, pressing that right heel down towards the mat, turning and opening the hips to the side. Come on forward, bring your left knee to your left wrist. Pigeon pose, here we are. Option one, slide that right foot back further, sink the hips down. So option one, you're like this. Option two, if that's too much and the hip isn't close to the floor, lean onto the hip and bend the back knee like this. So we see that change. We make pigeon pose easier by taking the work off that back leg. Pick your spot, don't tip forward, stay tall. Even try walking your fingertips a little further back, lifting and opening the chest. This is where we develop that flexibility to let the hips go down towards the floor. We need to open up the front of the body just as much as we need to work on the hip. If you're feeling comfortable, you can try inching that front foot out a little bit further. Let's get ready. We are gonna lower down like we're getting into a really hot bath or a hot tub. You wouldn't just jump your whole body in there, right? You would go real slow. So inhale to lengthen. Exhale, slowly bring your hands in front. And really gradually, consciously, lowering forward and down. I find the body is way more responsive, and you can actually get deeper into the pose when you go slowly, versus if you just were to lay all the way flat down and force it, your body is like, nope, that's a bit too much. So we gotta take it nice and slow, nice and steady. Breathe nice and deep. Some yogis say that we hold anger in our hips, so if you're feeling frustrated, that could be a little sign that we're holding on to some anger. So laugh it off, it's all good. Let's try for 5 more deep breaths. We're gonna flush it out after this, and it's gonna feel so good. This is a great movement to do if you experience sciatica pain, if you're spending a lot of time seated, if you've been doing a whole lot of booty workouts. And maybe you can start to deepen a little more. Nice job. Carefully rise all the way up. Lean over to the left side. Just bend that left knee to bring it in. Come back to all fours and move your leg around. Yeah. Normal if it feels crampy. It's totally cool. Just flush it out. Doing some nice big circles in one direction and the other. Come into down dog and either hold down dog or take a vinyasa, your choice. You can stay in down dog or move through plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, back to down dog. Lift the right leg nice and high. Turn the hips so they open to the right wall and bend the knee. One more big deep breath here, equal weight in both hands. Come on forward, knee towards the elbow, then all the way down, slide back. You know the options, right? You can bend the left knee if you need a little bit of extra space, or the leg is way back behind us. And you're working to turn that left hip forward as your right one draws back. Stay tall, walk your hands back. So we're trying to lean our shoulders just back in line with our hips. So we got gravity working for us. Gravity working to draw the hips down. Who's ready for a hot tub? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, real slow, coming on down. And maybe you're right here. Maybe staying high is where your body needs to be. There's no pressure. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Really does not matter what the pose looks like. All we're trying to accomplish is a stretch in the hips while keeping the pose safe and the breath nice and deep. That's it. Keep the weight light in your hands so you're keeping all the weight in the lower body. And if you feel like this is quite challenging, if you feel like it's a little much, the exhales of the mouth, whew, maybe even a sigh. No cussing at me. I see your messages saying you guys like to cuss at me a little bit. Keep it cool, keep it calm. And if you need to, let some of that tension out of the mouth. That can help. We're at that 5 breath mark. So good for the body. If you want, you could always stack the fists and rest your forehead on the fist. Just make sure we're not really crunching up the neck. Keep the neck long, head in line with the spine, shoulders drawing back and down. Three breaths right here, you got it. Bring the weight into your hands, carefully press up, lean over onto the right hip, pull the foot in, step back. Woo. Yeah, circle it around, move that leg around, awesome job. Last time, downward facing dog, last opportunity for flow if you're in the mood, no pressure. Nice. From there, we're gonna come to a seat on our mat. And then come all the way down to our backs, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Happy baby pose. This is gonna feel so great. So we can open the knees out to the side. This may be enough. Or you can reach your hands up for the outer edges of your feet, drawing your knees down towards the mat, either side of your rib cage. You could also hold on to the calves or wherever you can reach. Take a little rock side to side. And if it feels good, you can play with bringing one leg to straight, other leg to straight, happy baby style. This is a great pose for getting into the hamstring and the glute tie-in. So that under part of the glutes and the hips. Oof. Haven't done this one in a while. Try for 3 more breaths, then we're gonna chill out. Release, grab a hold of the knees, bring them together, bring both knees over to the left side. Stretch out through your right arm for a nice twist. Come up through center, go on over to the other side. Looking towards that left hand, keep breathing, stay right there. Coming all the way back up to center, bringing the feet down onto the mat. Option 1, feet on the floor, knees towards one another. Option 2, legs out long on the mat, arms relaxed. Whatever feels comfortable, close the eyes and stay right there. Three times, we're gonna inhale and squeeze the body nice and tight. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your arms, squeeze your fists. Hold the breath in. Exhale, let everything go. Try again, inhale, big squeeze. You're just laying on your back. Squeeze your face, squeeze everything tight, tight, tight. Exhale and release, letting it go. Last time, just like this. Inhale, tension, tension. Exhale, let everything go. Make sure the eyes are closed. Soften the face, soften the muscles. Let the breath be easy. Let's take this opportunity in this moment just to thank our bodies. Quite often we just move throughout our day almost unaware of our body. Thankful for our arms and our legs, our feet that carry our weight, our heart that keeps beating. All of these things that are working as a big team to keep us moving. We forget to be grateful for that, the most basic thing. Thank you, body. Thank you, hips, for giving pigeon a try today. You did great. In that spirit of gratitude, can we pick maybe 2 or 3 other things that we're grateful for? Pick them. Most basic thing, or it could be something really deep. We all have so much to be thankful for right here, right now. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Stretch your arms up overhead for a big reach from top to bottom. You're still down on your back. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Roll on over to one side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Let's seal in that positivity, that gratitude with one last final breath together as a community. All of us, big inhale, arms to the sky, gather up all that positivity. Exhale, hands down through center, bring it home right to the center of the chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love to hear what your gratitude little moments were, what you were grateful for. Write it down there in the comments, and let's see if we can have a wonderful week together filled with yoga and movement and breath work in this amazing community that we are so lucky to have. I'm wishing you a great Monday, and we'll see you again Wednesday morning for a core workout with your pillow at 9 a.m. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye-bye.